I'll have to look it up, but the climb after Horse Gap going south was pretty tough. Wasn't expecting that. It's okay, I'm over it. Literally, I'm over it. And someone told me it's about 3 miles from the top of here to Hawk Mountain Shelter, so I feel the end is somewhat near. We made it to High Tower Gap, closer to Hawk Mountain Shelter. The climbs up and down from Horse Gap, yeah. Whew. Oh well, just means that's less I gotta do. So let's find the shelter somewhere past this gap. Hopefully it's not too far, and go to sleep. I almost turned and went up there to Hog Mountain, and luckily I saw that sign on the bottom that says not the AT. Then I turned around and here's the shelter, heading down there now. Well, that was some pretty tough hiking today. Up and down, but made it to the shelter. Check it out, it's a really cool shelter. I'm glad to be here, set my tent up, get some food, maybe take a Advil PM or something and go to sleep. Well, we're all set up here at the Hawk Mountain Shelter. We're behind it. Some great flat spots. There's multiple spots everywhere up here. Privy's behind the camera. Water sources down there, and that's where I'm heading. Gonna get some dinner and probably be in the bed before dark. And I think Papa John's gonna stay in the shelter. He's gonna hear some snoring all night. Well, that'll conclude day 2 of our trip from Neels Gap to Amicalola Falls, and our final destination is going to the AT Kickoff, or now AT Gateway. We're here at Hawk Mountain Shelter, and I'm tucking in for the night because it's getting cold and the sun has finally reached the trees. It's getting cold fast. I'll see you in the morning. It's morning at Hawk Mountain Shelter, and we're all packing up and getting ready to go. Gonna make it to the first shelter. What's it called, Jeff? Oh, we're going to Springer Mountain Shelter. So that'll be the end of the AT. Then we hike tomorrow, the 8 miles down to the inn and the falls. So let's go. So Craig, you got a trail name of Free Home. What is that about?
So back in 2010 when I was hiking, I got to Neels Gap, and I had a tarp tent, a contrail or rainbow, and then my mom and dad met me there, and they had told me to bring another one, so I gave away two shelters. And then there was an older gentleman there, I think his name was Pigeon, and he gave me a trail named Free Home, since I gave away a home. So
that's awesome.
Stuck with me.
That is great.
Yep.
I'm feeling a little chilly. As soon as I took my pants off and put my shorts on, my legs started freezing up, so I had to get moving. The group's behind us, but they'll catch up pretty soon. Let's head on up the trail and see what we can find today. So we're at the intersection of the Appalachian Trail, the Benton MacKay Trail, and the Duncan Ridge Trail. That's pretty cool. So lots of trails intersection here, a lot of history here. And we're coming up on the falls. I think it's, Long Creek Falls. Here it is. I love the rhododendron forest. You see that a lot on the AT, and rhododendrons are a little too early to bloom right now, but tunnel you go through some places on the AT where all you see is rhododendrons all around you. It's beautiful. Well, to me it is.
Stover Creek is 5 ahead. Stover Creek Shelter is 1.5 ahead. Springer Mountain's 4.1 ahead.
So there you have it. 4.1 ahead to Springer. Wait, what? Wait a minute. We gotta go where?
So right there is Springer Mountain Shelter. Or Springer Mountain.
Straight up.
So we got to go up, yeah.
I like the map when it's smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This looks slippery.
Yeah, sure does. We just passed Stover Creek and came up another 0.1 to Stover Shelter. So I think we're gonna get lunch here and then head on to Springer Mountain Shelter and probably beyond. Yeah. So it'll be less miles tomorrow to the AT kickoff, AT gateway, whatever you're gonna call it. But here's Stover Creek Shelter. My favorite trail snack, little mini payday, and some peanut butter crackers. Can't go wrong there. Well, we're heading up Springer. Kind of a climb out of Stover Shelter. Patrick's behind me. Woo! Hopefully we can finish this out to Springer and then beyond a couple of miles to the next shelter. So we'll see. But it's a beautiful day. Maybe 60 degrees, I don't know. Sun's shining. Perfect day for hiking. We crisscrossed the Benton MacKay several times. Appalachian Trail, Benton MacKay. Don't have time for that one today. Let's keep going to the shelter. Springer Mountain, 1.9. Woohoo! This is the famous parking lot where people park here to go to Springer.
Warming up. I was wondering, do we want to stop and have a long lunch at Springer Shelter or at the plaque?
Either one's fine with me. So now we got a mile up to the plaque where people basically touch the plaque and then they start their through hike to Maine, or if they're going southbound, that's the end for them. We're going beyond that because we're going to go down the falls and down to the lodge where they're having the AT Gateway or AT kickoff. But right now it feels kind of good to be right next to the plaque of the historic Appalachian Trail terminus, southern end. Now let's take a look at the plaque at Springer. Really cool place.
They don't look like South Thunders.
Yeah, we thought about it later that we should have done 2:25, 25.
Oh, yeah.
Oh well, we started the day.
All those damn people were all lined up together.
Yeah, we're like, we don't want to stand in line.
We'll get them in the post office.
Well, that'll conclude my little adventure from Neels Gap to the sign at Springer in the southern terminus of the Appalachian Trail. From here, I'm heading down the mountain and going to the lodge where we'll be at AT kickoff or the AT Gateway, whatever you call it, and just check out some of the vendors there. Thank you guys for watching this episode, and I'll see you on the next adventure.